Under $10, $30, and $50, these are the wines that make the best bang for your buck or pound for you not to spend money on some bulk that simply isn't worth it. My name is Garry and I'm a WSET3 qualified sommelier. Let's jump right into it. First things first, you have under $10 and want to buy a great wine. I don't have a $10 banknote, so I'll just put it as $9. Depending on the price, you have different expectations on the wine, right? Under $10, we are looking for some simple, enjoyable wine which is safe and pleasant to drink. Full stop. In this price range, we cannot buy anything that needs special treatment like aging or something like that. Just simple, enjoyable wines. And for this money, you really can buy wine just from all around the world. You know, you can buy France, Italy, Spain, even USA, but lots of countries. But what I suggest doing is going for some other countries like Chile, Argentina, probably South Africa, these types of things. Why? Because of the land and labor. Just the land in the USA and California costs way more than in Mendoza in Argentina, as well as the work hour of people who live there and cultivate the grapes. As long as winery needs land to plant the vineyard and hands to cultivate the grapes and then harvest them and produce final wine, it's really a lot of money. And obviously in the US it all costs more than, say, in Chile. That is why the quality level of wine for $10 from Chile will probably be way higher than of the wine in the same price range but made in the USA. Besides, there is a very simple mark of quality of the wine. You pick a bottle and just look at the label. If you see a lot of locations there, that means that the wine is more likely to be of good quality. The most ordinary wines from the cheapest grapes are normally labeled as table wines, vino di tavola in Italian or vino de mesa in Spanish. Yeah, it's the basic level of quality. The wine is already safe to drink, but if you want to get a little bit more of aromas, flavors, everything for your money, probably you would want to look at some wine with location on the label. Like this bottle I have here, for instance. It's from Italy, but at the same time it's from Valle d'Aosta, which is a little valley in the north of Italy close to the Alps. And here you know that all the grapes for this wine were harvested in this valley, and that basically gives you more quality. Under $10 probably we won't get a lot of this location thing, narrowing down a lot of place where the grapes were grown, but at least we can try to pick a wine with a little bit more specific location than just, you know, wine from France or even wine of California. If you're looking for a great wine under $10, these are the wines that I would probably pay attention to. If we are talking about white wines, it could be Sauvignon Blanc from Chile, from San Antonio Valley, which has a really good microclimate to produce quality Sauvignon Blanc grapes. If we're in Argentina, you could look at wines from Torontés grape variety from Mendoza region, or if you still insist on some European wine, probably it might be some Soave from Italy. Also, it's like a nice light white wine, crisp and refreshing. Nothing special, but it's still an enjoyable wine. If we are talking about red wines, it could probably be some Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile as well. There are lots of options. The main idea of choosing a wine under $10 is that we want to get at least some location apart from just the name of the country or a very vast region. And we probably should pay more attention to the countries of the New World because the cost of producing wine there is lower than in the USA or even Europe. But if we go a little bit further and we are ready to pay like $30 for a bottle of wine, here the most interesting part starts. Now we have a lot more options to choose from and we can be more demanding because we are paying more money. If under $10 we were looking for just some easy, simple, enjoyable wine, under $30 we can really think about quality, because for $30 we can get exactly the same wine as we have for 10, but in a fancier bottle with more elaborated label, or we can really get better wine, and probably we all want the least, right? So we niche down even further in the location. If for $10 we would be happy to have at least wine from some particular region, for $30 we can expect the region to be subdivided into more specific regions. If for $10 we had Soave from Italy, under 30 we can easily go for Soave Classico, which is an original classified area commonly known for better quality grapes. If under $10 it could be Valpolicella DOC, which normally produces like light, easy drinking wines in Italy. For $30 we can go for Valpolicella Classico or even Valpolicella Ripasso DOC. So here we are trying to get as much location as we can in our price range, so we know where the grapes were harvested, probably even which techniques were used, and so we get more quality. Also, in the $30 price range, we start to talk about personal preferences. Like under $10, we probably won't be able to experience a lot of complexity in wine, therefore we don't have a lot of options to choose from. So basically, under $10, it's like either red or white, right? With probably some slight variations like oak chips to add a little bit more flavor to it, but still we are very limited in flavors and aromas that we can experience. But now for $30 we can already differentiate the styles. Do we want some more oak or just stainless steel, light easy drinking white, or a bit more complexity with like butter and vanilla flavors? It's not about complex wine is good and simple wine is bad. It's just about what you want to taste today. Sometimes you feel like, oh, today I'll take an easy glass of wine with some fruit or something, and tomorrow probably you want the whole meal with meat and everything. So it's not about the right and wrong, it's just about how you feel today and what do you want to pair your wine with today. And now, any suggestions on particular bottles you can purchase? Well, in this price range I would go for like Rioja Crianza or Reserva if I want a little bit more complexity. In whites, if I want to take it easy, here are a lot of options of like good quality Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. Basic Burgundy also can be an option. Again, it depends on really what you want to drink today. I suggest listening more to your heart and your palate rather than for consultants then tell you what you should purchase. And now we go for the next price tag, which is wine under $50 per bottle. And here I think that everything is a little bit more simple than in under $30 category. Under $10 we were looking for a nice, safe, enjoyable wine. Under $30 we wanted quality. And under $50 we already want some name on the label. And don't get me wrong, name is not just to show off that I drink red Bordeaux because it's prestigious. Frankly speaking, Bordeaux produces tons of mediocre wines and it's okay, nothing wrong with that. But if you're willing to pay $50 for a bottle of wine, you can rely on the names as some standards of quality. Under $30 you have to explore which wines are good, which are not so good, because there are lots of both on the shelves, right? But if you take a bottle of Sancerre, you will 100% have the quality that you expect from it. If you take basic Barolo from Italy, it's also possible to find it under $50, I believe. You'll get a very high quality wine, like Chablis wines as well. There are lots of options. Buying a wine with a well-known name on the label, you are guaranteed to get very high quality wine. Probably you pay some extra for the name, but I think in this case it's definitely worth it. Because you know, $50 for a bottle of wine is a lot of money. Most of us don't drink these wines every day during supper, and I'm very glad if you do, but now we talk about the majority. So if you purchase a bottle of Barolo, it can be either outstanding or legendary, but nothing less than that. Even the most basic Barolo is outstanding because of the legislative regulations. You just cannot produce bad wine and put a label Barolo on it. The winery has to go through some certain procedures to obtain the right to use Barolo name on this wine. And now it's not only about this location, like narrowing down as much as possible the plot of land where the grapes were grown, but also about the history of the place. What techniques do they use in this area? Do they dry the grapes in order to get a more complex and intense wine, or they want to preserve all the varietal peculiarities of the grapes because they were grown in ultimate climatic conditions? Like, the name is all about it, not about the pathos and snobism of like, I drink a $200 wine. Okay, nobody cares. It's about the culture, the history, the people who make this wine, and about the outstanding, consistent quality of it. That is what we seek in a $50 bottle of wine. And again, it's difficult to give some particular pieces of advice because anyone has its own taste, but personally, I would choose something around Sancerre, Chablis, Russian River Valley Chardonnay from whites, and probably Amarone, Barolo, Rioja Gran Reserva, maybe Napa Stag's Leap District Cabernet for red, but it's just my suggestion on the wines that I personally enjoy. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.